Water polo dates back to the latter part of the 19th century, and in 1900 it was amongst the first team sports to be included at the Olympic Games. One of the toughest sports in the world, it requires strength, skill, speed, and plenty of stamina.
Obviously, some of the action takes place underwater, and you can't always tell what is exactly going on under there. It's impossible for the referee to see every foul in this sport. In fact, water polo requires a really good referee with a sharp eye. A lot of fouls can go unseen, so in the end, it's often down to the players to police things. But most players have a great deal of mutual respect.
There are 7 players on each team, including the goalkeeper, who wears a red cap. Players can swim up to 5 kilometers during a match, which consists of 4 8-minute periods. A team can't have possession of the ball for longer than 30 seconds without an attempt on goal.
The essence of the game is very simple. You need to score goals. The whole point is for the ball to end up in the net. However, saying that, strategically, it's a sport based on defense too. The key to winning is to have players with great defensive skills.
Situated in the Italian province of Genoa is the small town of Recco. Home to around 10,000 people, it's also the base for one of the world's leading water polo teams, Pro Recco. During the Second World War, this place was reduced to rubble after heavy aerial bombing by Allied forces. After the war, the success of Recco's water polo team played a significant role in helping to restore a sense of pride to the inhabitants of the town. ERALDO PIZZO is the club's vice president.
There's been a great tradition of water polo here ever since 1946. In the years following the end of the Second World War, we mainly played 2 types of sports here, water polo and football. Water polo began to really flourish here, and Pro Recco went from playing the game on the shores of our small town to playing at the very highest level in the world.
Pro Recco is celebrating its 100th anniversary this year. The club has dominated Italian water polo since the late 50s, winning 26 national championships, 8 Italian Cups and 7 European Champions League titles. Pro Recco players made up the spine of the Italian team that won gold in front of their home fans at the 1960 Olympics.
In the 1960s, the sport was hugely popular in Italy. We won Olympic gold in Rome and had great public support. The water polo matches at the 1960 Olympics were watched by 16,000 people, the same number that watched the football.
Italy's top-flight water polo league is the Serie A1. The season runs from October to May. 12 teams currently compete to be crowned champions of Italy, and Pro Recco are the reigning kings. In fact, this season they're going for an 8th consecutive league title. Stefano Tempesti is goalkeeper for Pro Recco, as well as being the keeper for the reigning world champions, Italy.
At the moment, it's possible for some of us to make a living playing water polo, but the sport doesn't give us too much financial stability with regards to our future. For us, it's important to be careful with the money we earn so that we're able to provide for our families in the years to come.
Pro Recco used to play their home games at the iconic Punta Sant'Anna pool, located in Recco's small harbour. However, the constant wear and tear from being so close to the sea forced the town to shut the old pool 4 years ago.
Young people in Recco have water polo in their DNA. We hope we can overcome the current situation and get our swimming pool refurbished. In the coming years, we want to strengthen our youth team again and develop players who can go on to play at both national and international level.
The work to refurbish Ponte Sant'Anna is set to begin later this year. Until then, the senior and junior teams have to continue training in the nearby town of Sori, about an 8-kilometre drive from Recco. It can take years to perfect the various techniques used in holding the body above the water and controlling the ball at the same time, so Recco like to start them young. The club has a very successful youth setup, but with the team not having a functioning pool in their own town, the number of youngsters taking up the sport here has fallen in recent years. Riccardo Tempestini is the manager of Pro Recco.
We are currently in the process of rebuilding our youth system. Our junior teams have always been the lifeblood of the club. We always look to attract the best players from all over Italy and from abroad. But developing our own homegrown players has always been our #1 priority.
Amongst the recent signings that Pro Recco has made is one of Italy's finest players, Massimo GIACOPPO. He hails from Messina on the island of Sicily.
For every water polo player in Italy, it is a dream to play for Recco. I come from Sicily, and there isn't much of a water polo tradition there. My dream was to play for Recco, and luckily, now I do.
Current world champions Italy won a silver at last year's Olympics. At London 2012, Italy beat Serbia and Hungary before narrowly losing to Croatia in the final. Massimo was one of 8 players from Pro Recco to represent his country at the Olympics.
The fact that there is a large number of Pro Recco players in the Italian squad is a good thing for our national team. We obviously know each other very well and know each other's games very well too. We know our strengths and our weaknesses, and this has helped Italy a lot. Compared to some other teams, our national team is a very united group, and this has been a key factor in our success.
On Transworld Sport's visit to Italy, Pro Recco were playing a league match against Posillipo, who are from Naples. Playing in the white caps, Recco dominated the match from the outset. The reigning champions ran out winners by 14 goals to 7. Recco currently lie in second place in the table within striking distance of leaders Brescia, and who'd bet against the team from Recco winning an 8th league title in a row.